Good day. I am Peter Jamadar, a judge at the Caribbean Court of Justice, chairman of the CAJO, and vice president of the Commonwealth Judicial Education Institute. On the 25th of July 2025, the global community will mark the inaugural International Day for Judicial Wellbeing. This day is a landmark moment, a culmination of global research and a growing understanding that the health of our justice systems is fundamentally linked to the individual and interpersonal well-being of the people who work within them. I wish to commend the Judiciary of the Bahamas and the Chief Justice, Sir Ian Winder, on recognizing the importance and value of judicial well-being. What do we mean by judicial well-being? It is a state of optimal physical, mental, emotional, psychological, and social health that allows judicial officers and staff to perform their duties with effectiveness, resilience, and integrity. It's about creating an environment where those who enable and uphold justice can perform their functions optimally and as well flourish professionally. This global recognition builds on foundational work such as the Nauru Declaration on Judicial Wellbeing. In fact, this declaration articulated 7 core principles. First, judicial well-being is essential and must be recognized and supported. Second, judicial stress is not a weakness and must not be stigmatized. Third, judicial well-being is a responsibility of individual judges and judicial institutions. Fourth, judicial well-being is supported by an ethical and inclusive judicial culture. Fifth, promoting judicial well-being requires a combination of awareness raising, prevention, and management activities. Sixth, judicial well-being initiatives must suit the unique circumstances and requirements of national jurisdictions. And seventh, judicial well-being is enhanced by human rights. Building on the Nauru Declaration, the CAJO issued the Bermuda 2024 CAJO Statement on the Well-being of Judicial Officers and Judiciary Staff. This statement expanded the focus to include every single person working within our judiciaries, therefore advancing a vision of Justice 360, a holistic approach to the administration of justice. This therefore brings me to the crucial link between judicial well-being and judicial integrity. The Bangalore principles state that, and I quote, integrity is essential to the proper discharge of the judicial office. Integrity is a core judicial characteristic. At CAJO, we view integrity as a 3-dimensional or 3D concept. First, as a through and through alignment of avowed institutional and professional values with enacted systems and individual and departmental behaviors. Second, it's about an internal culture that embodies and inculcates this alignment. And third, it's about the lived experience of everyone who interacts with the justice system, from judges and staff to the public. Integrity is something that all judicial officers, judiciary staff, and court users must truly perceive and experience. This 3D model of integrity is directly connected to performance, and both are dependent on well-being. As the commentary on the Bangalore Principle notes, well-being is, and I quote, necessary for the effective performance of judicial functions. To better understand the current state of judicial well-being in our region, the Caribbean, the CAJO, in collaboration with the Caribbean Association of Women Judges, recently conducted a 2025 Judicial Wellbeing Survey. The findings are compelling and demand our attention. For example, a significant 42% of judicial officers who responded expressed current concerns about their own physical, mental, emotional, or psychological well-being. Even more, 49% expressed similar concerns for their colleagues. The survey also highlighted unique challenges faced by women in the judiciary. 53% of female respondents pointed to issues like a lack of respect, sexism, and the immense pressure of balancing family life with demanding work schedules. When we asked what was needed, the answers were clear. The call was not just for individual coping mechanisms, but for institutional change. An overwhelming majority called for institutional strategies for work-life balance, 84%, more education on managing well-being, 88%. And there was also a strong desire for therapeutic support like counseling, 70%. The open-ended responses were even more telling. We heard repeated calls for more resources, specifically for, I quote, an increase in the number of judges to handle overwhelming caseloads. There were also strong calls for a shift in culture, for a, quote, more respectful, collaborative approach, and an end to perceived bullying and harassment. As one respondent powerfully stated, providing wellness services without addressing these deep structural problems feels like, and I quote, spinning top in mud. When the lived experience of judicial officers and staff is one of burnout and lack of support, it directly impacts the administration of justice and erodes public trust. The suggestions for improving the well-being of judiciary staff echoed these themes. Quote, adequate compensation for staff, manageable workloads, and a culture of respect and appreciation for the vital roles that judiciary staff play. Taking a 3D approach to integrity means we must care for the well-being of everyone within our justice systems for their own sakes and to have sustainable, high-performing judiciaries. Let today not just mark a day on the calendar. Let it be a catalyst for real action. And let us all commit to building healthier judicial systems that operate optimally for the benefit of everyone. Wishing you all the very best and every good, with deep appreciation and gratitude. Thank you.